Hi guys, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. So in this video, we're going to talk about a test that you can use to determine if somebody is your false twin flame. There are 5 components of this test. Now, I've done a lot of videos on how to determine if somebody actually is your twin flame, signs that you can look for, common signs as well as uncommon signs, and also a video on a method that you can use using your birth date and numerology to determine if somebody is your twin flame. So if you want to check those videos out, I'll put links to those below. But in this video, we're going to talk about how to determine if somebody is your false twin flame. Because if somebody is your false twin flame, then you need to know. Because, for example, if this person is trying to keep you around and they're not actually good for you and they're not a compatible match for you, but you still stick around with them because you think they might be your twin flame, then it's important for you to know exactly if this is a false twin flame. Also, because your real twin flame might actually be out there and you will never meet your real twin flame if you are with a false twin flame. So that's why this test is so important to use. So let's get into it, the 5 components of this test. So we're starting out with number 5 first. We're starting out with number 5, we're going backwards, and we'll get to number 2 and number 1 last, and those are the most important. So number 5, abuse and manipulation. So a real twin flame will never abuse you. And when I talk about abuse, I'm talking about physical abuse, could be mental abuse, emotional abuse. A real twin flame will bring up things within you that will trigger you because they often are here to mirror you. They mirror things within you that need to be healed. They can mirror your actions. A lot of times this will bring up things within people that will trigger them so that those things can be brought up to the surface and healed and removed. But a real twin flame will never physically abuse you, will never emotionally abuse you or mentally try to abuse you. If somebody is abusing you, then that is a false twin flame. That is not your real twin flame. Also, this includes manipulation as well. So any kind of manipulation, and that can include blackmail. So you've been wanting to leave, but this person says, if you leave, I'm going to do this. Or if you leave me, you can't have this, Any sort of manipulation is usually a huge red flag that they are your false twin flame. Because like I said, a real twin flame will not try to blackmail you or manipulate you or abuse you. That is something a false twin flame will do. And that brings us to number 4, the 4th component. And that is commitment. Issues with commitment. So twin flames often are known for separation. This is very common. They will come together and then they will separate. But if a twin flame is never committing to you in the beginning at all, and they're giving you a lot of resistance in terms of commitment, and not giving you the level of commitment that you want before there ever even is a separation, and you can't even get to that level to begin with, you can't get to that level of commitment to begin with, then that is a huge red flag that they are your false twin flame. Twin flames often separate, this is true, but in the beginning, they will commit to you. They will give you that commitment because, they also on a subconscious level know that you are, you guys are one and the same. You guys are part of the same soul. So they know this internally, and they will commit to you in the beginning at least. So if there's a lot of difficulty with that, getting this person to give you the level of commitment that you want, then they are most likely your false twin flame. So and especially if you have really put in the work and you have really put in the effort and done so much, gone out of your way to, get this person to commit to you, and they still will not commit to you, after all of the work that you have put in, well, then that is a huge red flag because they should be meeting you halfway. If you're putting in all this work and it's not getting you anywhere, they're still not giving you exactly what you want, especially in the beginning, then That's a huge red flag that that's your false twin flame. And that brings us to number 3, a lack of responsiveness. And this is especially true for people that are in the separation phase with their twin flame. So as we all know, a lot of times twin flames will separate from each other. This is very common. But if you have tried to reach out to your twin flame multiple times and really try to put in the effort to reach out to them and they still don't respond to you, that's a huge red flag, especially if there's nothing to keep them back and nothing stopping them from responding to you. So like, for instance, they're not in a new relationship with somebody else. They haven't moved on, and they're still not responding to you after you've tried multiple times reaching out to them. Well, that's a huge red flag that they are a false twin flame. Because as I had mentioned with twin flames on a deeper level, they know that you are their twin flame. They kind of know this too. And so they will eventually always come back to you if there is a separation between the two of you. It's just a matter of time before that happens. And especially if you were to reach out to them and put a lot of work into doing that. The fact that they wouldn't respond to you after that, well, then that's a false twin flame. A true twin flame knows on a deeper level that you guys are kind of one and the same. You belong to the same soul. And so they will always come back to you eventually. And this can also apply to people that are still with their twin flames as well. So there's not been a separation that has occurred between the two of you. Maybe you guys are in the process of dating each other, but it's really difficult for you to get a response from them. So, you will contact them and you don't hear from them for days or weeks at a time. If they've always been non-responsive with you like this right from the beginning, and it's always been like that, that's a huge red flag. And that brings us to number 2. Number 2. This is probably the most important one on the list. This one is really, really important. And that is a huge lack of doubt that they are your twin flame. And I'm not just talking about a little bit of doubt that they're your twin flame, because sometimes people that are with their twin flame, they will have doubt that that person is their twin flame. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a lot of doubt. You're having a lot of doubt that this person is your twin flame. This is a huge red flag that they are your false twin flame, because your intuition is always the most important indicator if somebody is your twin flame. Your intuition is more important and stronger than any test that anybody could ever give you. Your intuition is stronger than any medium or psychic you have ever been to that has told you something. Your own intuition is more important than any tarot cards can ever tell you, or than what numerology and astrology can tell you about a twin flame. Your own intuition is so important. It's more important than what anybody else ever tells you or any test can ever tell you. Always go with your own intuition. If your own intuition is telling you that they are not your twin flame, then they are probably not. And they are probably your false twin flame. And that leads us to number 1, the number 1 component on the test. And this is basically just kind of a way to confirm everything that I've told you right now. So you don't have to have all 4 of these components, but if you have at least 2 of these components, in addition to this final sign that I'm about to show you right now, then this person is most likely your false twin flame. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at your numerological birth chart and comparing it to the other person's. So we're just comparing 4 core numbers in your numerological birth chart to see if you have any of these numbers in common with them. Now, if you don't have any of these 4 numbers in common with them, not even one number in common with them, then there's a good chance that they are your false twin flame. Now, if you don't know what your core numerological birth chart is, I will put a link below to a video that I did that will help you to easily calculate this information. I'll put a link to that below. And I will also put links below to some apps that you can download that are completely free that will calculate this information for you. So if you don't want to do it yourself, you can download the apps also. But you basically just need to calculate your numerological birth chart, and all you need is your birth date and the full name on your birth certificate, so your first, middle, and last name on the birth certificate, and then you need the other person's as well. And then that will calculate your 4 core numbers, and you're just going to put the charts side by side, and you're going to look to see if you have at least one number in common with them. And if there's not even one single number in there that's in common with them, and you have all 4 of these signs that I just mentioned, then there's a good chance that that person is your false twin flame. So that will basically confirm that they are a false twin flame. So I'm going to show you some examples of this right now. So these are the 4 numbers that we're going to be looking at in a core number chart. The life path number is your main purpose in life and the main reason you were born. Your expression number is how you express yourself to the world, how other people see you. Your soul urge number is typically what brings you happiness in life, and your birthday number is the skills, talents, and abilities that you bring into this lifetime. So here we have an example of a client who came to me because she wanted to know if her current relationship was her twin flame. And she was having a lot of difficulties within the relationship, so she wanted to find out what she could do to improve the relationship and to make things better. So I was able to give her a lot of information to help the relationship out. And even though these two are not twin flames, so this turned out to be a false twin flame for her, but even though this was a false twin flame, I was able to give her a lot of really good information based on the numbers in her chart that really helped the relationship out, and so they are still together to this day. And that's even despite all of the differences between the numbers in their chart. So as you can see, these two are very, very different people. They have a lot of differences between their numbers. They don't have any numbers in common at all. Their life path numbers are completely different. Anthony's is an even number. Nicole's is an odd number. 8 and 3 are very different numbers. Their expression numbers are different. The soul's urge numbers are completely different, and the birthday numbers are completely different. So they don't have any numbers in common at all. So if I was looking for this to be a twin flame relationship, in addition to some of the common signs that I would see within a twin flame connection, they would at least want to have one of these numbers in common, just as a way to kind of confirm that they are twin flames. Now, what I mean by that is that you would at least want to have the same life path number, or if not that, then the same expression number, or if not that, then the same soul's urge number, or the same birthday number. So one of these 4 in common. Now, the fact that Nicole and Anthony do not have any of these 4 numbers in common with each other, in addition to that she had mentioned to me that she had some of those false twin flame signs that I had previously mentioned to you, she didn't have all 4 of the false twin flame signs, such as abuse and manipulation, but she had a few of the other signs. And so this pretty much confirmed that he was not her twin flame. But what also confirmed that Anthony was Nicole's false twin flame is that they don't even have any numbers in common with each other in different places. So as you can see, Nicole has some 3s, a 5, and a 9. Anthony doesn't have any 3s, 5s, or 9s in his chart. Anthony has an 8, a 2, a 4, and a 1 in his chart, and Nicole doesn't have any of these numbers in her chart in any places at all. So that double confirmed it to me that he was her false twin flame. Now, despite this, like I said, I was able to give these two some great information that really improved the relationship, and so they are still together to this day, even though they are very, very different people. And that was a few years ago. So with some proper guidance based on your numbers, there's a lot of things that you can do to make your relationship a lot easier and better if you're with a twin flame or if you're with a false twin flame. So as long as they are not doing anything to hurt you or harm you in any sort of way, there's a lot of things that you can do to make the relationship a lot better. So you can book a reading with me if you want to get more information about this. I will leave a link to my website below. So let me know in the comments below what you think about everything that I've just told you right now. Do you have any of these false twin flame signs? Do you have all of them? Do you have any numbers in common with the person that you think is your twin flame? Did you date somebody that you thought was a twin flame, but it turned out they were actually your false twin flame? Let us know about that experience in the comments below. And if you want to check out my services, I will leave the information to that below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And I would love to have you subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I am sending you light and love. Take care.